From the voice of honest trailers, it's Epic Voice Reviews.
Prepare for an almost frame-for-frame recreation of the classic Disney animated tale that eventually turns into a movie version of the Broadway musical. An intelligent, individual young woman in a French village full of English idiots that only speak a few words of French takes her father's place as prisoner in a beast-enchanted castle where they fall in love. In the story you've heard a million times before, and it's exactly the same as it was last time, but this time with added music and more diversity. Emma Watson shines. Lots of pretty colors and wonderful music that you've heard a million times before. It was meh. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it. I still think that The Jungle Book is probably the best adaptation of a classic animated film made into a live-action movie. For what live action that was in this, at least it was pretty cool to look at. The one thing that really surprised me was I was kind of concerned that Emma Watson would probably not be a very good Belle, and she ended up being the best thing about the movie. She really was a great Belle. As for everything else, it kind of felt like they just tried to make a movie version of the Broadway musical, like when they did Les Miserables as a movie, and it just didn't quite work for me. This is not a have to see on a big screen kind of movie. I mean, this is a movie that you could watch on Redbox and not really miss anything. The only scenes that were really spectacular on a big screen were the dining scene with lots of the CGI candy, and of course the ballroom dancing scene, which was amazing and the dress was spectacular, blah blah blah. One thing I thought they were going to change for this movie was the fact that it had more French accents in a movie that's based in France, and everybody says bonjour 1,000 times, but no, it's still mostly English people, including an English guy doing the main French character, Lumiere. I'm sorry, Ian McGregor, but that's not very good. There were a few other French accents in the movie, and also straight up American. I mean, come on with the accents. Let's have a little bit of consistency here. Then again, Belle was pretty American in the original animated movie, so maybe this is an improvement? The one casting decision I would have changed is I think that Julie Andrews would have made a much better Mrs. Potts. Because, let's face it, she's like a modern-day Angela Lansbury, and I think that would have been perfect. There were several nostalgic scenes that were literally ripped straight from the animated movie, and they looked just like they did in the animated film, but a live-action version where I was like, wow, that looks really great. But they were kind of few and far between. For all the conservatives out there that were nervous about the LeFou shenanigans, I mean, you're talking about France. In real life, it would have been way worse than that. It was pretty subtle for the most part, and I don't think you have anything to worry about. If you're going to be offended at that, then you're most likely going to be offended by the mixed racial couples that are also inserted in the film. It was no less violent than the original, and despite the other reviews that I read online, I didn't see any sexy stuff in it, and I didn't hear any adult language. 3 stars. I would Redbox it. Beauty and the Beast, rated PG. And now, it's time for your comments. My voice sounds like what Comic Sans looks like. Richter, Gideon, Bobby, Rebecca, Delilah, Joey, Charlotte. Shabba-dee, Shabba-doo, M. Night Shyamalan can eat his poo. Stop your grinning and drop your linen. I'm gonna die surrounded by the biggest idiots in the galaxy.
Like and share this video with all of your friends. Follow Epic Voice Guy on all the social things. On YouTube, click my logo to subscribe. Click the box to the left to watch the last video, and click the box to the right for more funny stuff with voices.